All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you the cheapest Wrangler versus the most expensive Wrangler. I'm gonna go over these two Jeeps. I'm gonna show you the differences in them, and then you guys tell me which one would you rather own. So let's start out with the cheapest Wrangler you can buy, okay? The Wrangler, I shouldn't say, this is the Wrangler Unlimited, so the cheapest in a four-door is the Sport model, okay? And this particular one, the guy that owned it did some upgrades to it, some tasteful mods to it, okay? So we'll start out, guys. So you got the Sport model, which is just a plastic bumper. You do have fog lights. This guy upgraded the headlights, so you got an upgraded LED headlight. I don't know if they're like Mashimoto or Morimoto headlights. There's something like that, but it is an aftermarket headlight. Again, just a plastic fender liner, right? Nothing crazy. You get your standard hood. This is the black paint. It is the Wrangler Unlimited, just means it's a four-door, right? So you do have that. You could technically get the two-door, which is a little bit cheaper, right? But in the four-door model, this is the cheapest you can go. The guy also upgraded wheels and tires. So you got a fuel wheel with an oversized tire, and these are to mud terrain, 315 70/17, so it's a 17-inch wheel, a 315, which is basically like a 35. It's a little bit bigger than a 35-inch tire, I believe. It's around a 35-inch tire. Okay, but no running boards. Again, plastic, not painted to match, just plastic door handle. All, you know, your hinges are painted. But again, plastic, and then you have your standard soft top, which you can remove pretty easily. With the, you know, this jazz, but yeah, it's the soft top, the plastic windows in the back, right? We go around to it. You got your spare tire, you got your bead-lock wheel, which is all aftermarket again. You get your tow hooks here in the back, and I do believe, yeah, so you get, this is the Sport S model, which gives you a backup camera, okay? And when we get inside, you'll see there's a couple other things that honestly, if you're gonna get a Sport, you really wanna get it with them, otherwise they do really suck. So again, guys, like pretty basic exterior, but you know, wheel and tire upgrade, which you can do to any Jeep, kind of a must, honestly. Otherwise, you just have a really just plain looking Jeep, and like that sets it off. So honestly, like you look like this Jeep, it's a good looking Jeep. Like if you want a Wrangler, right? If you want a Wrangler, this is a good looking Jeep. All right, so let's go to the inside of this thing. All right, guys, so first off, when you get in, you're gonna be like, where the heck did this big screen come from, right? So he did do the screen upgrade, right? Which is all fitted in, integrated, just an aftermarket kit you can get for the Jeeps, right? Tasteful upgrade there. Let's start this beast up. So you do have power windows and locks, right? Which is really nice, like, right? You don't wanna have to freaking crank down your windows. I guess maybe if you just want the most basic thing, you want that, but you got the power windows. The stock radio came with Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay. This one does as well, right? So you can do your Bluetooth, your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto. You have all that built in. You also have heated front seats and a heated steering wheel, okay? And you got your, you know, your media hookups here. And then this top, right? You can take this whole top off, right? It is a soft top. You know, seats are all manual, adjust and recline. You have your steering wheel audio controls. You do have cruise control. Again, really a must-have if you're gonna have something that you're driving. I guess if this is just your beach toy or something, you're just keeping at the cabin, different. But if you're driving this thing around on a daily basis, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, power windows and locks, cruise control, really, in my mind, must-haves, right? Get your little center console, your e-brake. You got 4 high, 4 low. Yeah, let's go to the back of this thing. So back of the Wrangler. And honestly, these things are not terrible space-wise. Like they're small. This is a small SUV, but you got the little cutout in the seat. I'm around 6 foot. And you can see like you're fitting in this thing. You got your rear air vents, which is also nice. And you have rear power windows, right? Nice option there. So yeah, guys, back of the Wrangler has the all-weather floor mats in it, but and then, I mean, you can see here, you got your speakers, got all your speakers there, dome lights. All in all, like a solid vehicle. That is the Wrangler Sport S model. Okay, so the cheapest four-door Wrangler you can buy, right? And as you can see, and this thing, guys, MSRP on these is around 40 grand, $41,000, okay? Wheel and tire upgrade, headlight upgrade, radio upgrade. The guy probably spent, I don't know, he probably spent less than 5 grand to upgrade all that stuff. So you're talking, you're in this thing, if you buy it brand new, you're in it for $45,000, $46,000 plus tax and tags, right? Of course, on my lot, this thing's selling, gosh, what do I have it for? Mid-30s, I think. Oh, is it mid-20s? Yeah, anyhow, guys, way cheaper on my lot, but new, that's what you're looking at, right? So, and you can come in, buy the thing used for a lot less than that. But anyhow, guys, that is the Sport Wrangler. That's the Wrangler Sport S Unlimited. Now, okay, this is the hottest Jeep on the market, the top of the line, the most expensive option. This is the Wrangler 392 with the Extreme Recon 35-inch tire package and the one-touch power top, the Sky Top, right? So if you want the Mac Daddy, the best of the best, this is it. Guys, this is the most expensive Wrangler you can buy. The 392 Wrangler Unlimited, guys, the 4-door. I think they only make them in a 4-door, but let's go around this thing. So to start off, you got your upgraded LED headlights, right? You got your air intake on the hood. You got the flat gray paint, okay? You got your front bumper, which this is a steel front bumper. Okay, it's not plastic, it is a solid steel front bumper. You got fog lights built in, you can see the color. This is like a gold tow hook there, which kind of goes along with your Rubicon accent, your 392 accent. You have painted to match fender flares. You got a little jut out on the flare, a little plastic, so that way you're not spraying mud and dirt all over the side of this Jeep, because when you get this sucker going, she will spray everywhere, right? So 35-inch tire, your Extreme Recon wheel, right? That goes with it. And then of course you have, this is the Rubicon, so you do have your Fox shocks, your full suspension. Guys, this Jeep is a 470 horsepower, 470 pound-foot of torque, 392 engine, okay? It is the big Hemi. It is the, it is Mopar performance on point, right? This is freaking sweet. They're sweet. Everything's painted to match here. You can see your hinges, everything, all this. You do still have your plastic door handles, your passive lock and unlock there. Again, we go around to the back. You get your little fuel door here, little fuel door cover. It's like a hard cover there. Your gold tow hitches. You do have sensors in the rear bumper, so you do have your backup sensors. You got your backup camera. You open up this beast. Of course, you see there your full-size spare. And the back of this, guys, really, the biggest things back here, I mean, you have a little plug-in, but you also have Alpine sound system, right? So you do have that big speaker in the back, the big subwoofer, I should say. So yeah, full-size spare. You have, we go around this, guys, but this is the flat gray in the 392 with the Extreme Recon 35-inch tire package. Let's check out the inside of this beast. All right, so inside of this 392 Wrangler, you have your full leather seats, okay? You have and of course, automatic transmission, right? But guys, even this is like a gray metallic hard plastic right there. Got your big touch screen. You got your auto dimming rear view mirror. I'll start this beast up because this is honestly the coolest part of these things because they sound so freaking good. Oh, this Jeep has the anti-theft package, which is an aftermarket package, but because these 392s are very commonly stolen, you probably want to have this on these things because they are super awkward, dude. Struggle, all right. Woo! That sucker. It's hot, dude. So now, you have baffled exhaust, right? So right now, that's stock. You turn this on, and you can hear that sucker just they sound freaking sweet. Like this thing, honestly, yeah, it just sounds so good. These things are a lot of fun. They are a sweet freaking vehicle. Now, to be honest though, driving this thing down the road, kind of scary because you got a 35-inch tire and it's still a Jeep. And at 470 horsepower, 470 pound-foot of torque, you know, doing 100 miles an hour in a Jeep is scary as it is. doing 100 miles an hour with a 35-inch tire with this thing, because it can easily do it, right? You can easily do north of 100, but it's kind of scary, honestly, because these things freaking move. They have a ton of power. And then, right, you open up this top, okay, and then you really get going with the top open. It gets pretty crazy. You can see this whole thing opens up, which honestly is my favorite feature on the Wranglers. I know it's something else to break, but I love that one-touch power top. You don't have to mess with taking the tops on and off. You don't have to try to store them somewhere. You just open the sucker up, you go. It's like a convertible, right? I love that. I love that feature. So, of course, you got navigation. You got heated seats, heated steering wheel. Jeep does not do your air-conditioned seats, of course, so you do not have that. You have cruise control with adaptive cruise. You got your full Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You know, as far as all this goes, though, you still have your manual adjust seats up and back, right? You do not have power seats there, because I do have customers ask me that. I'm like, nope, Wrangler does not do it. What else? What else am I missing here? Yeah, I mean, let's close this sucker up again. I do love that. And of course, you have the Alpine sound, you have all your auxiliary switches, you have locking front and rear differentials, your sway bar, off-road option there. You do have, yeah, if we go into cameras, right, you have your full cameras for off-roading, right? So you got front camera, you got rear camera. Media hookups here, get your stand, you get your glove box there with all your books. Sounds so freaking good. So let's keep that running. So back of the 392, guys, really standard Jeep procedure. You got your rear air vents, you got your rear window controls here, you got some hookups there, you got a standard plug-in for your charger, which is nice. That does close as well. Back here, you got your little pockets. This is like different. I don't know what the heck. This is like, I don't know. Just kind of cool texture there, right? This flips down. So you got a little cup holder there. And then if you want to sit somebody in there, that pops up. Yeah, guys, and of course you got your, your car seat braces there, to strap your car seat in. Yeah, guys, that's the back of this beast. All right, so that is the most expensive Wrangler you can buy, okay? MSRP on this bad boy with the 35-inch Extreme Recon with the one-touch power top is you're gonna be pushing 100 grand, right? So they're like upper 90s with all that. I think base pricing's like mid 80s, but then you start adding the stuff in, they get up into the, mid upper 90s, 100 grand, right? Depending on the paint color too, because you get some pretty crazy paint schemes on these Jeeps. So guys, basically 392 Wrangler for 95 grand, right? Or Wrangler Sport S for 41 grand, okay? You guys tell me, which one would you rather own? I mean, again, that 392 is freaking sweet. This guy with the turbo engine is like 270 horsepower, 270 pound-foot of torque versus 470 horsepower, 470 pound-foot of torque. So engine-wise, there is no comparison. That is freaking awesome that they dropped that engine into a Wrangler. It's super cool because guys always, you always see the Jeeps that guys are swapping engines into. They're putting the 5.7 Hemi in them. They're putting, they're doing the V8s. They're doing different turbo options. They're supercharging them. Like, you see all that, but that is all stock. Like, that Jeep, 100% stock, okay? This Jeep with the turbo, upgraded headlights, upgraded head unit, upgraded wheel and tire. But guys, to be honest, for 40 grand or 95 grand, like, that's a pretty big price jump. You guys tell me, which one would you rather buy, right? I know which one you'd rather own, but which one would you rather buy, right? That's the question. So again, cheapest versus most expensive Wrangler, guys. Hey, we're trying to hit 50,000 subs this year, guys, so be sure to hit subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Keep tuned for more content coming, guys. Thank you.